Chapter 1. Bizarre Blizzards. One day a young man went into a golden hotel. It was so large and so big. There were waterfalls all over the walls, and the floors were made of ice and diamond. He had been meanly wounded by men in shiesties just outside the hotel. They stole his wallet and all he owned. He went to the nice, neat, and swell hotel looking for salvation, but what he found was even greater than he thought. "Hello," said the receptionist. "Here's a place where all your wildest and nicest dreams come true. You only have to believe you know, so looks like those ruffians the Blacktails got you, not to worry." A helix of little light particles began to encircle him like a dragon, or like Twilight Princess, or like floating water droplets rose off the ground and began to twirl around him. But all of a sudden his wound healed. "Thanks, so hey, we just spawned in this world, sorry, but where are we?" Max said. His name was Max, by the by. Smiley face. "Max, you're in the Golden Hotel of Jesus Christ. These hotels were made by Jesus Christ to protect those who wish to do the right thing. You know how hard it is in the Dark Mirror after all." "The Dark Mirror, what's that? Is that the world we're in?" "Correct, Max. Also, we know your name because we know you, Max. We dreamt you'd be here. In our dream, we saw you'd make this world of dark a world of light." "We'd be impressed, Max. You want to see an Abaju? He can answer more of your questions than we can. He's at the top floor." The receptionist Alex began to call Abaju, and he answered. "Hello." "Hello, Abaju, it's Alex. Max is here." "Perfect. Please send our nice friend up to our room right away. Tell him Kamina and Simone are here, but he must hurry for there's not much time until the black and white siren stops time again." "Very good, sir. Consider it already done." By Alex. Goodbye, Abaju. "Well, Max," Abaju said, "you can head up to his room. He's in room DS-15. He said Kamina and Simone were there. We have no clue who that is, but he said you'd know. Good luck, little man." "Thanks, Alex. God bless, man. Love you. Thanks again." "God bless you too, little hero." Alex smiled warmly at Max. He said this with a soft excitement, like he knew this to be hard, like he knew everything. That man surely had the heart of God. The interior of the hotel was utterly golden, like soft and hard at the same time. It reminded Max of Hunter x Hunter. That one scene where Gon and Killua cut the lights off, or maybe like Grand Budapest Hotel. Max was surely and utterly discombobulated. Kamina and Simone. What like? There wasn't time, surely we need to hurry, he thought to himself. Max was us, by the way, or like you, or you, or you. Max walked over to the elevator in disbelief. His wounds healed. Memories began to pour into him like an overflowing half-earth. He could conjure floating small ice over his right hand. So he did, or fire, or miasma, or electricity, or bubbles, or crystals, prisms. He walked over to the elevator dressed in a white t-shirt and blue jeans. His appearance was handsome. He looked nice. He had a small but confident stature. He walked over stairs, or like obstacles, or like hurdles, and pressed the elevator button. Eventually, the elevator opened, and he went to the top floor of the Golden Hotel. The hallway was normal with beautiful and pretty carpet, or like ice, or like fire. It changed before his very eyes, or it might have never even happened to the mean, or like rude, or like impolite, that is. He skated, or like slid, or like ice skated, or like he wore a fake mustache, or like walked his dogs, or like petted and kissed his dogs. He knocked on door DS-15 and Abaju opened the door. He was an angel. He had large, luxurious, white, feathery wings. Behind him were two little white figures like the god from FMA. When Max entered the room, it stayed the same size, or like got infinitely larger, or like the TARDIS, or like, yeah man, it was fucking crazy. Sorry for cursing, by the way, but we curse, so yeah, if fucking you don't, cool. Please stay awesome, and please read another book. The Bible might be a good option. Hi, Abaju, we're Max. They shook hands. So we guess you guys are Kamina and Simone. They became drills, but began to speak. And like we don't curse too much, so that's good. Hi, Max. Nice to meet ya. Me and Simone here are what you might call talking drills, but we like to take a humanoid form so we can have Yakno, hands, and stuff. Kamina said. Simone added, that's right, Max. But no need to worry, we're gonna save the Dark Mirror and for the first time bring light to this damned world. There's many like us talking water, talking fire, talking desks even, or like even talking chairs. But all we know is what we are. We're not like men or like angels who know more than us in a way, but Yak know. In a way, we're fucking smarter than the sharpest tool in any fucking shed, and that's a fact. He gave a thumbs up and shapeshifted. He continued, we can even look just like human beings. But we figured you'd find it kind of funny if we appeared looking like this, like God in a way, for aren't we all God in a way? When we know one is all, and all is one, we become limitless. But you, Max, you're special. It's rare for human beings to be nice or like neat. So we feel in a way you've been chosen to save mankind and the fate of every alien race. Max was concerned this was a lot of info to take in. Who were those guys that jumped us? They stole our wallet, phone, headphones, and our jewelry. Fucking sons of damn bitches. They'll pay for that. What did Alex call them? Blacktails? They were like giant monsters, but like silhouettes. We just appeared by the old rundown fountain, hardly working, but still pouring out water, we guess. But then those things saw us, or like attacked us. We guess Alex couldn't see, because the doors of the hotel were opaque. Then they ran away, and we limped over to those automatic doors. But then we saw this beautiful lobby. Was there a ceiling? Things are so hard to remember sometimes. Alex, was he one of these alien guys? He looked pretty human, but that technique he used, oh yeah. Why does our memory keep cutting off stuff? We remember we were fighting, we guessed blacktails, or we might have dreamt it. It's like our memories are all gone. If they were even there to begin with in the first place. Max. Abaju waved his hand in front of Max's face. Earth to Max, he said in a funny, almost robotic voice. These guys who jumped you, Max, how big were they? Abaju said, enormous. Max replied, they were at least double our height. They were fucking gross, blacktails, huh? That's right. Abaju said in a quiet, confident tone. He pulled up a digital screen, or like many with pictures of blacktails with descriptions of their height, weight, where they're found. And powers, of course. Everything isn't hard enough already, we guess. Blacktails can range from nearly microscopic to the size of buildings or even planets. If we don't stop them, they won't just destroy Dark Mirror, but all the planets in the universe as well. We know you're a skilled magic user, Max, more skilled than anyone, whereas we all have our areas of expertise. You seem to be able to conjure anything, but you must hone and sharpen your skills. Blacktails don't play around. There are human colonies all over Dark Mirror. It's called Dark Mirror because it's thought there's a second half of Earth just below this, so dark that there's no light there. But hopefully one day we can make the half of Earth light and make it just like this one. Huh. So, what do you say? Can you help us, Max? Abaju finished. He was a manly man, surely the kind to protect women and children. He spoke like he meant every word, like this wasn't his first rodeo, if you catch our drift. Sure, why not? We don't really know much about magic or blacktails or anything. Really, but what we do know is that if someone needs our help, we'll help them if we can. Max said this with quiet confidence, a running theme among our heroes. Quiet confidence is knowing if someone won't listen to us if we're quiet. They surely won't listen if we yell. So listen, Max, we've got a game plan 415. Maple Avenue, we know a drug deal's going down here between the Dark Tales. We figured we bust in the warehouse, kick some ass, and flush the drugs down the drain. Camino said. He seemed happy and excited. Max was sure he was a skilled and competent warrior, someone who wouldn't back down from a fight no matter what. So, no offense, but like, where are the police? Max said. No police. No one really knows where this planet came from. We were notified of its existence just yesterday. That's when we figure it was made. There are small pockets of humans all over Black Mirror. They reside near golden hotels, but they're so scared of dark tales or black tales, they won't enter them. Or if they do, they usually don't stay long. That's what makes you different, Max. You're not afraid of these guys, and it looks like you even got some superpowers there just to show 'em what for. Max laughed. We love to see it, nice people doing the right thing. We gotta admit, though, we don't remember much of anything. Even we know it's unlikely for everyone to do the right thing in this world. That's so fucking mad to us. You can be happy and safe, but instead you choose to live poor, fucking depressed because a bunch of fucking monsters tell you to. Could never be us. Max said. He seemed kind of angry. Tears began to stream down his face. The other men felt for him. It must have been hard. They came from alien races where it seemed everyone was nice, but he was different. Maybe had he been the only man, it would have been different, but he wasn't. There were men, and they usually fucking weren't the nicest, but sometimes. But we're sure he pitted the women and children too. So, when's this supposed to take place? Max said with quiet confidence, "We'll be sure to be there no matter what." He raised his arm in the air and made a triumphant fist with it. "Don't oppress the poor because they're poor." This Bible verse flashed into Max's head, but he didn't know what the Bible was or anything, but he knew it was true. "Well, Max, it's tomorrow night. Take our advice, get some fucking shut-eye. Healing doesn't mean you've forgotten the memory of pain. Take a shower. Eat something. You'll need your energy, kid." "God bless you, man. You're a good kid, Max," Abadja said. He was like an older brother to Max, and he was older. Max was 26, Abadja was 30, Kamina was 30, and Simone was 20. Abadja was a good leader. He had the nice, neat, swell charisma of someone who knew how to handle pressure. Poor Max, for now it seemed he was the least of which, but that didn't mean he wasn't going to be the greatest someday. They all hugged and shared partings. "Later, buddy. Love you, and don't worry about tomorrow night. We'll have about 15 people there who got you covered. We know you're just getting used to your powers. You might not seem that strong, but your ability to conjure anything is an invaluable asset." Abadja was very bubbly and upbeat when he said this, but then he began to cry, got really quiet and serious, and hugged Max really hard. He said, "Listen, we love you. You're the greatest. Don't let NYONE tell you otherwise." He emphasized the word anyone in a way that's hard to describe on paper, but you'd know it if you heard it. He smiled and wiped his tears. His hands were on Max's shoulders, his arms were fully extended, and he smiled in Max's face. Max was only 5 feet 6 inches. Abadja was 5 feet 10 inches with a blonde bowl cut. A slim cut, but built, and a lean but muscly figure. Kamina was olive-skinned with black, gelled hair, and a similar build to Abadja, but Simone was at least 6 feet 1 inch and really skinny. Max was thin, he loved food, and always thought it'd be funny if he had a little bit of a beer gut, but the problem was he just didn't drink. Max smiled back at Abadja. "Love you, man. Thanks for those encouraging words. We might not remember who we are, but we know who we're going to be. Someone who loves his friends like you guys. Abadja, Kamina, Simone, and hopefully someone who will flip this mirror into a world of light and happiness where everyone can be accepted for who they are regardless of their race, height, weight, gender, or sexual orientation." That's what we fucking like to hear. Everyone said in unison. "Listen, we know when things get hard in this world, you want to." Kamina made a motion of his thumb going across his neck. Let me tell you, man. Life is about your ass handed to you until you memorize what the fuck it looks like. Then kicking other people's asses until they don't have any damn ass left. Love you and God bless. He had a quiet confidence. Max cried. "Right," he said and nodded quickly once his voice broke. "We're all counting on you, Max. So don't let us down. If you need anything, remember we're here, but please don't, 'cause I'm kinda tired." He laughed. He was like a chibi anime with a huge sweat drop. "Duh. Well, love you guys. See you later." Max smiled with his tongue out and a peace sign. His eyes were completely closed, then he vanished. "Well, guys, let's hope for the best, huh?" The remaining members of Team all said. They were chibi or vanished or slept or played video games or trained outside. Remember, like Ellen White said, guys, it's open-ended for a reason. God made another floor on top of Golden Hotel for Max. There was no elevator to it or no other way to it but just teleporting in or going through a window, but there was a door to the roof. The suite was huge. It had little stairs that boxed the area that lead to a lower floor about a foot down. It had a huge luxurious bed with fine sheets and super soft sheets and blankets with high thread counts. It had a fridge and a wooden wall that blended in seamlessly with lots of food and drinks. It had a personal pool and hot tub with tons of video games and a high-tech desktop with a water-powered build with rainbow lights. There were huge red curtains that elegantly folded into themselves that tied at the middle. The floorboards were polished wood that looked kind of burnt in places. Max was near where a door would be, and he walked over to his bed and sat on it. "Tomorrow night, huh?" We hope we'll be able to help. We can barely produce any puffs of fire or splashes of water. We might just have to watch, or like conjure someone a sandwich. Or something. Max began to cry. He cried all the time. He turned the TV on and started watching Dragon Ball. He saw how Goku said, "Aw man, it's not like we can fly or anything," he cried. Goku, he thought humorously and a little disheartedly, "How far you came, friend? You can do anything if you set your mind to it. You were flying in DBZ, so we just have to be patient and take our time with stuff. We're like you, Goku. We don't feel so strong now, but one day we will." Max chose Dragon Ball because it had this scene in the beginning of the first episode. Contradictions contradict friends. How does Max know Dragon Ball if he doesn't have any memories? They might flash into his head like lightnings at night's fall, or like tears, or like fucking shooting stars, or like apples off trees.